Hey everyone, it's Suzanne back with another video, and this video is all the manicures I wore for the month of December 2024. If you've been here for a while, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here for a while, somewhere I'll put up on the screen when the mani starts so you can skip this little intro and go straight to the manis. If you're new here, I rate all my manis on a scale of 1 to 5. The ratings are based on song lyrics or album titles because I love music and I love nail polish and manicures, so I just thought it would be something cute to do. So I am going to insert the rating footage right here. You can skip this part if you want, but if you don't watch it, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. So I'm going to insert the rating footage right here, and I will be right back. Okay, so I do rate my manis on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. These are all based on song lyrics or album titles, and this is because I just love music and I thought this would be a kind of a cute way to rate my manicures for my monthly manis. So how the ratings go, like I said, 1 is the worst. 1 gets a rating of hot dog flavored water, and this is an album cover from Limp Bizkit. Number 2 is How Could You Do Somebody Like This, and this is a song title, a song called Boiler by Limp Bizkit. Number 3 is Cause Your Mouth's Writing Checks That Your Ass Can't Cash, and this is a song Full Nelson by Limp Bizkit. Number 4 is That One Day I Will Get You in My Hands and I'll Play With You, which is a song called Play With Me by ICP. Number 5 is Here's What It Looks Like Being the Best, and this is a lyric from the song A Cut Above by Avery Watts. So remember, when I show these ratings, I am rating the manicure and not the polishes themselves. Okay, hey everyone, we're back. So we're here for all the manicures I wore in the month of December 2024. So for December 2024, I wore 30 manicures with 44 polishes. So I wore quite a decent amount, changed it out a lot. I usually do, but I did. So before we start, let me show you what's on my nails currently. So what is on my nails currently is this polish from Bluebird, and this is Best in Snow. It's kind of this, like, I don't know if it's blue, I don't know if it's green, shimmery polish. We'll talk about this one more in January because it's a January polish, so I don't want to talk about it too much, so we're going to just go there. If you did watch my monthly manis last month in November, I picked a Dom polish as one of my favorite polishes, and then for some reason the photo was lost, so I am going to insert this. This polish was worn in November 2024. I'm going to insert this picture because I had quite a few people saying they would have liked to see the picture, and I don't know, I take my pictures with my camera and usually they go in order, so like my latest mani will be at the beginning, and my like the beginning of the month mani, so the oldest one will be at the end. For whatever reason, my camera decided to put the Dawn polish like below, even though it was worn like in the middle of the month. So whatever. So I couldn't find it. So I'm going to insert that real fast and let you look at it. It was a beautiful, beautiful polish. It was called A Whimsical Dream by Dom. Okay, so we've done that. So let's get into it. So my first manicure, I wore 2 polishes. I wore this polish from Morgan Taylor, which is Do Me a Favor, and it's kind of like this white with like white grayish coloring with a shimmer. And then I also wore this polish by Tyler's Trinkets, and it's called Oops Polish. I got this in like a mystery, and it's just kind of a clear base with all these red glitters in there, and there's some holographic glitters in there too, but it's mainly looks red. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of Morgan Taylor, 1 coat of Tyler Trinkets, glitter grabber, glossy top coat. I did use clips to remove this. It was super cute. I wound up rating it a 3 because your mouth's writing checks that your ass can't cash. Super cute. Wasn't my favorite mani of the month, but super, super cute mani. Okay, so for my second manicure of the month, I wore 1 polish from Potion Polish, and this is called Pumpkin Potion. It's this really pretty orangey, pumpkiny shimmer color. I got this in, I don't know if that video will be out, it'll come out after this. I got this in like a mystery she did around Halloween of 2024. So here, a couple months ago. And it's really, really pretty in the bottle. I wasn't sure if I would like it though, because I'm not a big fan of these pumpkiny orange colors. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and a glossy top coat. This was easy to remove because there's nothing in here. It was super glowy. It's not sure if I put in my notes, this is exactly what my notes say. Not sure if I love it because it gives me old lady hands. I guess it made me feel like my hands looked old. So I am putting this in the giveaway, and I rated this a 2. How could you do somebody like that? I think if you like those type of pumpkin oranges, it's a beautiful, stunning polish. It's super glowy, super beautiful. But for whatever reason, I thought it gave me old lady looking hands. So we definitely do not want that. So next up, I wore one polish from Cracked Polish, and this is Dijon Disco, and it's just, oh, it's so pretty. It's just this like ugly, grungy, nasty, like brownish, greenish with a shimmer. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and a glossy top coat. This was easy to remove because nothing's in there. This was so good. I have in my notes that it's like Orly Elysian Fields, except on steroids. Like, this is so much better than that polish. So pretty. I wound up rating this a 4, that one day I'll get you in my hands and I'll play with you because I cannot wait to wear that polish again. So fun if you like those weird, prugly, grungy, nasty polishes, which I do. So next up, I wore one polish. I wore this polish from Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this is the Crone, and it is kind of like this silvery purple, shattered hollow with some type of like blue glow in there. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. It was pretty. Wasn't my favorite. I wound up rating it a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, but pretty polish nonetheless. Next up, I wore this polish. Oh, this is so sad. From Daisy Chain Polish, and this is Plankton. It's this beautiful, look at that, purple, beautiful green, like an ugly green with this intense blue shimmer. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 3 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this polish. It wasn't really the brush, but the brush is so small that when I was painting my nails, I decided to get minis from this place just because I wanted to try it. That was a mistake. The brush is so small that I can't get enough polish. I believe my nails were long at the time. I can't get enough polish to do my whole nail. So I had to go back in, you know, for each nail at least twice to get enough polish to cover my nail, and it just kind of like didn't turn out right. I feel like this polish, oh, that's so pretty. I feel like this polish would be fine if I had gotten a normal size polish where the brush was capable of, you know, filling up with enough polish to fill my nails, because of the constant like going back in there 2 and 3 times just to get enough to, you know, do one coat on my nails. It kind of affected the way it looked. So I don't want to judge this, but I guess here I am judging it because I'm giving it a rating. It was easy removal. I think if I could have painted it without having to go back in for another swipe of polish, you know, more polish to get it coated up, it would have been better. I wound up rating this a 1 hot dog flavored water because it just did not look good because of the fact that I had to keep dipping back in to get more and more polish, if you understand, because the brush really isn't, I mean, it's a mini. So whenever you have a mini, the brush isn't going to be, you know, perfection, but the brush itself isn't really, I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's not something I'm not capable of using. It's very usable, but it was so small, it would not pick up enough polish. Maybe if I wore it now with my shorter nails, it might be enough polish. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It was bad. It was bad because of that situation. So next up, I wore 2 polishes. I wore this polish from Psyche Minerals, and it's just a proto, and it's this pretty light, delicate, shimmery pink. And then I wore this polish from Night Owl Lacquer, and it is cheerful, and it's this really shimmery, pretty yellow. So in my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. This was easy to remove, and I put that I'm not sure I loved either one of these. The yellow was fabulous. When I was applying it, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. But when it dried, it kind of lost, even though I had it glossed up, it kind of just lost its shine. I don't know. It lost its shine and its beauty. And what dried down, it was not bright at all. And it wasn't even that glossy looking, even with the glossy top coat. I guess I could have done 2 glossy top coats, but I don't ever usually do 2 glossy top coats. I'll do a glitter grabber if needed, but these polishes don't need a glitter grabber. I only use glitter grabbers and glitter and flakies, but shimmers, I don't usually use them. So I am putting both of these in the giveaway. I wound up rating this a 2. How could you do somebody like that? Because I would have thought, looking at the bottle, I would have loved both those polishes, but just didn't love them on me. Okay, so at this point, I cut down my nails. I don't know if you can really see this. It's real low on this side. My pointer finger broke kind of low. Um, and I was going to do the Orly. I have that Orly repair kit, and I have used it before, but because I paint my nails so much, I have to constantly do that repair kit if I want to keep my nail. If you don't paint your nails as much as me, like if you only do a couple manis a week, you don't have to do it as much, but it's just a constant hassle. I cannot even be bothered with that. It is too much work. Like I said, if I didn't paint my nails as much, it wouldn't be as much work, but I just cannot even be bothered with that. So I was like, I don't even care. I don't even care if I have short nails. I mean, I like my nails when they get too long at a certain point. There's like a mid-length that is like perfection, but I don't mind short nails. So I did cut my nails at this point. That's why they're going to get really short, because of this. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that, because I had to cut a break down low, and it's not really as low now, but it was low. Anyway, I cut my nails. Move on. So next up, I wore 2 polishes. Okay, I did wear these 2 polishes. Like I wore these 2 together, but I remember it now. I wore this polish from Bluebird, which is Once in a Blue Moon. It's just this really dark, pretty, like purple with shattered hollow. Really, really pretty. And then I wore this polish from Orly, which is I Just Cannot Copacabana. Or I Just Can't Copacabana. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and a glossy top coat. Easy removal. I did this for the Vikings football team. It's not my favorite football team, but I try to paint my nails when we watch football for the team I want to win. I can't remember who they were playing, but I wanted the Vikings to win. One of my favorite players, Gilly Lock, is on the Vikings, so I put his number on there that he is on the Vikings. I just love him. I don't know why, but I do. So it was for them. So super, super cute. If I didn't say easy removal, I want to bring that a 3, because your mouse writing checks that your ass can't cash, because it wasn't like a perfection, beautiful polish. But I did that for Gilly, and I believe they won. They're doing really good this year. Like I said, not my favorite team, but I do try to paint my nails for the team I want to win if I don't have anything else going on. Next up, I wore 1 polish from Sweet and Sour Lacquer, and this is P047. It is a proto, and it's this like cerulean, maybe is the kind of blue they call it, with this like pinky shimmer. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 3 coats of polish, glossy top coat. It was pretty, but not sure if I'm loving it. I am going to put this one in the giveaway. I wound up rating it a 2. How could you do somebody like that? It looks very, very beautiful in the bottle, but I think just the blue is not the blue for me. And if there's any little smidgen, it's hard with Sweet and Sour because it's one of my favorite brands, but any little smidgen of doubt, it got to go. It got to go. It's got to go. Okay, next up, I wore 2 polishes. Okay, I wore 1 polish I'm going to show you, then I did a stamping thing on it. So the polish I wore was from Orly, and it is called Double Diamond. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and a glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. I did a stamping manicure, and I used just, I think it's PUEEN. I used their stamping. They're on Amazon. The blue, whatever the navy blue was. I did stamp this for my son's favorite team, which was Dallas. They're doing horribly this year, so... but I did do like a little Dallas Manny because I do want them to win, so because it makes my son happy. So it was really, really cute. I said I didn't know if I would keep this polish or not because it wasn't my favorite, but then I'm like, I didn't have any type of silvers like this, and this is one of Dallas's colors, so I could do some Dallas stuff. But then I was in the Orly Color Pass fans group, because this just came out in Winter Color Pass 2024, and someone showed how they used this with a jelly, and it was so stinking cute. So I am going to try to do that before I make a decision, but I rating this a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, just because it was not my favorite silver. Ooh, okay. Next up, I wore 2 polishes. I wore this polish from OPI, and this is rated P G, and it's this just, it doesn't look like a pea green to me. It's a little bit darker green cream, really pretty. And then over top of it, I wore this Glistening Glow Jimmy, and it's kind of like the same coloring of green pretty much. Might be a tad different with blue flakies in there. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, one coat of both polishes, glitter grabber, and glossy top coat, easy removal. I do have that. The OPI was like butter. It was so good. It was a one coater. It was like butter. It was just, but I don't know if I loved it together. I don't have whether I know I'm keeping the OPI. I don't have whether I am putting the Jimmy in the giveaway or keeping it. So I guess at this point I'm keeping it, but I wind up rating it a 2. How could you do somebody like that? Because I'm pretty good about putting in my notes, putting in the giveaway if I'm going to do it. I remember I thought when I wore it that I liked it, but then when I look back at the pictures, because I usually go back and rate them after the fact all together at one time so I can pick my faves, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like that so much, but I remember wearing it that I did. So I guess that's probably why I didn't put in the giveaway, if that makes sense. Next up, I wore one polish from Victorian Varnish, and this is Foul Little Mind. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. This is just this really pretty like red with a shimmer and a little bit of hollow dustlings. I didn't think I would like it, but I wound up liking it. It was easy removal, very pretty. I wound up rating it a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, because pretty, but not my favorite, you know. Next up, I wore one polish from Painted Polish, and this is Take the Cake, and it's this really just pretty lilac-y, purpley cream. It's so pretty. On my index finger, you will see like a little smudge. I think that's where that break was, and I don't know, I just must have hit it wrong when I was painting it, but this was so pretty, easy removal. Like I said, I have in my notes, don't know why my index finger is messed up, too lazy to fix it. Which is the truth, but this was really cute. I did rate it a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, because I think that was a pretty manicure. Oh my gosh. So the next one, I wore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 polishes. Oh lordy, this is gonna be fun. I wore this orange creamsicle from Glisten and Glow, which is their bleached neon orange cream. I'm not going to be able to try. I'm not even going to attempt to hold all these up. Then I wore this from Orly, which is New Horizons, and it's this like darker orange cream. I think it might have a tad shimmer in there. I'm not sure. I really can't tell. If it's a shimmer in there, it's very faint, but it looks more, it looks like it's got something in there more than a cream, if that makes sense. Then I wore this Take Flight from Orly, which is just kind of this like corally, leaning more red toned cream. Really pretty. Then I wore this Peeps Classic Chick from Sally Hansen, which is just this yellow cream. Really pretty yellow cream. I guess it's supposed to look like Peeps, hence the name. Then I wore Let's Get Physical by Fair Maiden, which is this, oh, these hairs, which is just this beautiful blue cream. I wear this so much. I have 2 blues, this one and All Mixed Up Lacquer. I reach for those so much. And then I wore Ness from Zoya, which is this kind of like, I don't even know what kind of green this is. I use it as a leaf, but it's not really a leaf green. But in my pictures, I'm not even going to try to hold all these up, but maybe I will. You'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of all polishes, and a glossy top coat. Yay! It was easy removal. I did this for this Fruit Spectrum collab that I do monthly on Instagram, and this month was fruit salad. So I did like little fruits. The only thing is I use the Glisten and Glow creamsicle as my base, and I should have thought more when I did the yellow because it was kind of hard to see my lemon, but you can still see it. It was easy removal. I am going to post this now. Not a lot of people turned in their manis because of Christmas, so they extended this, and we're not supposed to post it on Instagram until January, till the end of January, but I was like, I can't wait to make, I guess I could, but I was like, I'm not going to wait to make my monthly mani video till February, so this is like, secretly posted here, and I'll repost it on Instagram whenever they go live. I usually wait till all that stuff is posted on Instagram before I release my monthly manis, but I don't want to release this in February, so I'm going to go on and release it now. I did rate this a 3 because your mouse right now checks that your ass can't cash. I thought it was really, really cute. I just tried to do like some little nail art with the fruits, but like I said, I should have rethought that yellow, but by the time I realized it wasn't going to show up, I was too far into it and I did not care. You know, I was going with it. So next up, I wore one polish from Chameleon Nails, and this is Moon Jelly, and it's this like cobalty blue jelly with these white matte glitters in there. Really, really cute. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber, glossy top coat. I did use clips to remove this. It's cute, not my favorite. I am going to keep it, even though I did rate it a 2. How could you do somebody like that? Cute Manny. Next up, I wore one polish from Polish, and this is called Jackamore, and it's this really pretty, like, nasty, grungy, slimy green with this gold shimmer. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 3 coats of polish, and a glossy top coat. When I put this on, I thought I did not like it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna like that polish, but I fell in love with this polish. Could not stop staring at it. It was easy removal, really, really pretty. I wound up rating it a 5 because this is what it looks like being the best. It's crazy because when I wore it, I was like, oh, that's not going to be a keeper. That's not going to be a keeper. But then I wore it and I was like, ooh, I love it. Okay. Next up, I wore one polish from Cuticula, and I've worn this before. It is Trend Sweater. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. It was easy to remove. This is a linear hollow, like a purple. I pulled this because the ones with, I talked about this before, I rotate, like I try to finish my rack, and then I rotate through my drawers, and it must just been this drawer's turn, and I put it on, like I have a tried drawer and an untried drawer of purples. So I pulled this one because I was like, why would I have kept that linear hollow? Because I don't like linear hollows. The only thing I can think is that this was a collection I bought earlier on in my indie collecting career, I guess, and I bought the whole collection. But now I don't like linear hollow, so I was like, let me pull it and rewear it and see if I like it. It was easy to remove. I don't know about this one. I rated it 2. How could you do somebody like that? So I'm not sure if you're going to see this in a giveaway or if I'm going to keep it. If you like linear hollows, all these were pretty because I feel like I could get rid of most of them, but I don't know. So I don't know. I just don't know about that one. Let's move on because there's no point in debating it because I just don't know about it. So next up, I wore one polish from Swamp Gloss, and this is New and Tasty. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber, glossy top coat. I have had this bad dog, Polished Gamers Box October. I think it's like 2 years old. I've had this forever. It's just this really pretty, like, light blue with these white... Does it have white matte glitters in there? I'm not sure if it has white. It has black glitters in there, but it has a shimmer. I don't know. It'll come off on my nails, hopefully, or you'll see it in the bottle that made this so, so pretty. I used clips to remove it. I really like this because it had a beautiful, beautiful shimmer. I wound up rating this a 4 that one day I'll get you in my hands and I'll play with you. And I believe I wore this, I'm pretty sure, for my untried polish collab that is a monthly collab. You just pick an untried polish and post it on Instagram with all the other people. It's just a fun, easy way to get through some of your untries. And like I said, I've had this for several years, but it was beautiful, beautiful polish. Okay. Next up, I wore one polish from Pinnacle Polish. I wore this polish called Borscht. And in my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber, glossy top coat, easy to remove. So it's kind of, this was in one of their soup collections or in their soup collection. It's this pretty, like, deeper red, I guess, almost like with a hint of maybe like burgundy in there with hollow or something in there. Really, really pretty. I want to rate it a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash. That whole soup collection, I say it constantly, was fabulous. Not my favorite one from that soup collection, but every one I've worn from that soup collection, fabulous, 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 fabulous. Next up, I wore one polish from Cracked Polished, and this is Grotto. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, and glossy top coat. This was easy removal. It is like just like this cobalty cream. This one applied, another one that applied like butter. This was so, so good. I almost picked this as my top mani for the month, but I didn't, but it is just so, so good. And I almost put this polish into my top favorites for the month, which top favorite polishes of the year, which hopefully you've already seen that before you see this one. But I just didn't. But I wound up rating it a 5. Here's what it looks like being the best, because even though it's just a cream, I love a good cream. And it was just, it was so, so good. Next up, I wore 2 polishes. I wore this polish from Salon Perfect, which is orange cream, and it's just their orange bleached neon cream. And then I wore it like as an undie, and over top of it, I wore this polish from Dark and Twisted Lacquer, which is Don't Go to Sleep. And it's just this fun, like bright neon Crelly with these glitters in it. It's got like black, orange, pink, blue glitters in it. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 1 coat of Salon Perfect, 2 coats of Dark and Twisted, Glitter Grabber, glossy top coat. I did use clips to remove this. It was okay, but not my favorite. I am keeping the Salon Perfects. Sometimes their formulas on these are kind of like streaky, but usually you can get it good in 2 to 3 coats, and they're just fun. So I'm keeping that one. I didn't really love the Dark and Twisted Lacquer, so I am putting that in the giveaway. I wound up rating that a 2. How could you do somebody like that? Because it just, excuse me, didn't turn out to be my favorite polish. Next up, I wore 1 polish from Bluebird, and this is Cocktail Hour, and it's a Scattered Shattered Hollow from her, and it's kind of like this lighter purpley color. Really, really pretty. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. At the time, I wore this in winter, so my skin tone is very, very white. But I do think this would look prettier on someone that had like a little bit of color. So in the summer or something, when I have like a little bit of a fake tan going on, still a tan, fake, but you know, when I have some color to me, I think it would look better. But I really did like that. I wound up rating that a 4. That one day I'll get you my hands and I'll play with you, because I do think it was pretty. So next up, I wore 3 polishes. I did another Dallas mani, inspired mani for my son's team again. I wore this polish from Orly, which is Last Run, and it's just kind of this, I think this came out in winter. Do they tell you? I think this just came out in winter 2024, but I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of like a creamy jello-ish polish. It's not a true jelly, but it's not a true cream. It's like in between. And then I wore this polish from Cracked Polish, which is Gray Sweat Pants, which is just this really light gray, like heather light gray cream. Is it supposed to look like heather gray sweatpants? And then I also wore this little topper from Pinnacle, which is Preservation. And it's a clear topper with just like little white matte glitters. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of Orly, 3 coats of Cracked, 1 coat of Pinnacle, Glitter Grabber on the Pinnacle glossy top coat. There was a slight scrubbing when removing. I thought this was really, really cute. I thought it turned out cute. I thought it turned out cute. I wound up rating this a 4. That one day I'll get you in my hands and I'll play with you, because I was on the fence about that Orly, but it was okay. But I really like that Cracked, and I really like the Pinnacle. I just like those a lot. Okay. So next up, this is a heartbreaker here. I know I shouldn't be that dramatic. It's just polish, but this next polish is from Alchemy Lacquers, and this is Rave. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 3 coats of Rave, Glitter Grabber, glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. This is stunning. This is a stunner. It's such a pretty green. It's like green and has this like teeny tiny like bluish flakes in there. But if you look at my pictures, I hope I can describe this right. If you look at the tips of my nails, there is like a white line where you can see like it looks like shrinkage, but it's not shrinkage. I don't know why polishes do this to me. Used to think it was just like the brown based ones that have like an intense shimmer. The darker base where the shimmer's lighter did this to me, but this one did it to me too. And it's not shrinkage from my top coat, because it happens while I'm applying just this polish before I've done any type of top coat. And I'll try to like dab, right on the edge, but it never stay, you know, it just doesn't work out doing it like that. I'll try to like dot a little bit on. It doesn't. This polish was stunningly, stunningly beautiful, but I hate that white at the end that looks like tip wear because it's like I just painted it. There should be no tip wear. And like I said, it's not shrinkage from my top coat because it happens before my top coat. I don't know if any of y'all else have these problems or if it's just me. It could just be me. But so I wind up saying this was so pretty, but I didn't like how you can see the white line instantly. More than likely, I will put this in the giveaway, or I'll try to wear it with some type of undie, but I don't really want to, but I might try to do that. I wind up rating this a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, because the coloring on that is like my perfect shade of green. Like my green heart was like, yes, 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 yes. And then I saw that white line and I was like, no, why? So I don't know what I'll do with that. Don't know what I'll do with that. Okay. So next up, this was what I wore on Christmas. I did a stamping thing again, but I wore one polish I'm going to show you because, like I said, all my stampings are that P-U-E-E. I'm not saying poutine. That's how I would say it. P-U-E-E-N from Amazon. I wore this polish from Cracked Polish, which is cherry sugar water. I am not an expert. Let me tell you all this first. Regular base coat, 3 coats of polish, glossy top coat, easy removal. I'm not a stamping person. I'm just starting to get into it here and there. I dabble in it. A lot of reasons I don't want to stamp is because I paint my nails so much. So it's like, am I going to spend this time stamping just to take it off tomorrow night? But I did for this. And I was like, oh, red and green. I want to do like a green stamp. I will have a thing over one of my stamps because it was kind of inappropriate for YouTube, I guess. It's not really like on a scale of inappropriateness. It's like so low, but I don't want to put it out there. So I will cover that stamp. But on my index finger, I did like a Christmas trees, and I used this green thinking it would show up, but it didn't show up. So it's just a lesson I'm learning with stamping, that sometimes colors you think would show up don't. So it was easy removal though. I talked about all that. I didn't love this one. I just didn't love the way it looked on my nails. It's so pretty, but didn't love it. I'm putting it in the giveaway, and I wound up rating it a 1 hot dog flavored water. I just didn't personally like the way that red looked on me, if that makes sense. Okay, next up, I wore 2 polishes. These are polishes that I pulled out of my try bucket, so they might not even go together, but I thought they did because they both had purple in them, and you'll see in a minute. The first one is Potion Polish, and this is Spooky Season. This is another one that I got in her Halloween mystery box. It's just really pretty. It's like darkened purple, but this intense blue shimmer. Look at that. Stunning, stunning. Then I wore this one from Plus Life Lacquer, which is Know What I Mean. And it's a white Crelly with purple and blue flakies in there. I got the Plus Life in a mystery on Black Friday. I don't know if you'll see that video now or not either, you know, which one you'll see first. But I was like, let me put these together. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber on the Plus Life glossy top coat. I use clips to remove the Plus Life. In the Plus Life, you can see that it has like some sheer spots, like on my mani, you can see where it has like some sheer spots in different angles of my nails. So I probably should have went back and done a 3rd coat, but I didn't notice them at first when I was painting them, so I didn't do it. But I just have white Crellies that are better than this, so I didn't love it. I didn't love either one of these. I wound up rating this manicure a 1 hot dog flavored water, and I'm putting both of those in the manicure, both those in the giveaway, even though like that Potion Polish is stunning in the bottle, but just not for me. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting myself here. Okay, next up, I did 2 polishes. This was another football inspired mani. I did this. I wore It's Orly. I can't believe I just hit myself in the face with my string. It's Brittany Beach, which is just like this kind of like cobalty cream. Really pretty. And then I also wore this polish from Different Dimensions, Ready, Set, Glow. And it's just this really pretty like green cream. It does glow in the dark. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat on Orly, a white blurring base coat on different dimensions, 2 coats of polish, glossy top coat. Easy removal, very, very cute. I did this for the Seattle Seahawks. They started out having okay, but they're not too good. But I love Geno Smith. He's the quarterback on there. I just think he's got a great little inspirational story, and I'm a fan of Geno. I'm always rooting for Geno. I'm pulling for Geno. He's going to do good things in his life, I think. I mean, he already has been, but I don't know. I'm pulling for him. I'm a fan of Geno. So I wore this for the Seattle Seahawks too, because these are their colors perfectly. Perfectly. To win. I wind up rating that a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, because I'm not the biggest nail art experienced person, but I am trying to get better. I would like to do more nail art, but I just don't, but I am trying to. Okay. Next up, let's move on. I could talk about football all day, but let's move on. Next up, I wore one polish from Polish Molish, and this is unbelievable. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber, glossy top coat. I use clips to remove it. This is just this like really pretty mid-tone blue, and it's got like blue glitters or purple glitters and green glitters and white glitters in there. This is so cute. I use clips to remove it. I don't know if you know this. I don't own any new polish molishes. I've only got them in D stashes, but they have that like sticky cap. It gets real sticky and nasty. So I was like, if I like the polish molishes, I'll just move them into a different bottle. And I know some of you all tell me you can clean them with alcohol, but I'm too lazy to do all that. But I discovered that cap comes off and it has this little bitty cap, which it was easy to paint with. And I was like, well, since it's not new, I just threw away the sticky cap. And I was like, if I don't like, because I think I only have like 2 or 3 polish molishes. I was like, if I don't like them, and I've already thrown away the cap, I don't know. It would just go in a giveaway and it would just be like this. And you'd have to figure it out if you don't like it. But I loved this polish. It was so cute. I wound up rating this a 5. Here's what it looks like being the best, because it was cute. It was really cute. Next up, I wore one polish from Night Owl Lacquer, and this is We're All Lights, and it is, I got this in Black Friday 2 or 3 years ago and have not worn it. It's just this really silver base with like all these different holographic glitters in there. In my picture, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of polish, glitter grabber, glossy top coat. I use clips to remove. I am doing, oh my gosh, this year on Instagram, I'm trying to do 2 different, one I found and I was like, oh, I'm doing that. And then one I was kind of invited to, 2 different 52-week challenges. And what they do is they give you a theme every week and you try to, do a nail art based around that theme. So this was like, this one was the one I was invited to, and she actually started earlier than January, I guess so, because her first theme was like New Year's Sparkle. So I guess she started a little bit earlier so you could be wearing it on New Year's if you wanted to. So I did get to get that first week done. So that's what I wore this for. It was pretty, but not for me. I am putting this in the giveaway, and I wind up rating it a 2. How could you do somebody like that? Because not for me. So next up, I wore one polished from Bluebird Lacquer, and this is Get Sheet Faced. And it's just really pretty blue with this shimmer. In my pictures, you'll see a blue blurring base coat, 2 coats of polish, glossy top coat, easy removal. So pretty. It wasn't my favorite, but so pretty. I wound up rating it a 3 because your mouse rating checks that your ass can't cash, because really pretty. Okay. Then my last manicure of the month, I wore 3 polishes. I wore this as a base, this Sinful Colors Snow Me White. It's just a white cream. Then I wore this polish from Glisten and Glow, Cotton Candy. I've worn this before. I love this. It's a perfect cotton candy, mid-tone bubblegum pink cream from their Bleach Neon. So pretty. And this one was from their Bleach Neon too. It is Gummy Sharks, and it's kind of this like tealish, bluish green color. Cream Bleach Neon. In my pictures, you'll see a regular base coat, 2 coats of the Sinful, and 1 coat of the Glisten and Glow and Glossy top coat. This was easy to remove. Um, I did this for on Instagram. If you're, you're on there, you see all this stuff. You could sign up to do a birthday mani for Jill from Glisten and Glow, and I love Glisten and Glow. So I did this, and the theme or what you were trying to do for the mani was pink and art. So I found some, like, I'll put a picture in here for my inspiration for a pink. I looked up like pink abstract art because I was like, I'm not going to be able to draw no real art on my nails. But I was like, something abstract I might be able to do. And the blue they used was more like blue, like it was more blue, like this kind of blue. But I wanted to use Glisten and Glow products, and I don't have a wipe for Glisten and Glow, so I did have to use this Sinful. But I want to use Glisten and Glow, so I kind of changed the blue to this one. But I think it turned out okay. So that was my inspiration. Like I said, I'll show you the pictures. So I did do this for Jill from Glisten and Glow's birthday. I won't post this until that happens because that is going to happen early January. Like I said, I try to wait to do all the collabs until after I've posted on Instagram, but the Fruit Spectrum one, because of the extension, means I won't post this video till February. I can't wait that long. The Glisten and Glow one is early January, so I will post after that happens. But happy birthday, Jill. I know she doesn't watch my videos, but that's okay. But she'll see my post. She'll see my nails on Instagram, and that will be fine. So I did rate that a 4. That one day I'll get you in my hands and I'll play with you because I think I did the inspiration. I mean, obviously, the more I would mess around with it, I could do it better. Like if I did it, again and again and again. But for my first time ever really doing it, I think I did okay. So for my top manis of the month, and they're in no particular order. First off, I have the Unbelievable from Polish Molish. This was just so cute. Like if I go back on my manis, I wore 30 manis. There was 31 days, so I changed my polish every single day. This polish I wore twice out of all the polishes. I didn't change it. And it wasn't because I loved it so much. Honestly, it was because I was trying to watch football with my son, and I was running super late, and I was like, sometimes I'll paint my nails in there while we're watching football, but I was like, usually I already have them started, but I was running like super late and I was going to have to remove this with clips. I was like, I'm going to miss half the daggone game if I do it. So that's why it went a second day, but it is top pick. The next top pick, oh, this one turned out so pretty, is this one from Polish Jackamore. So pretty. Like I said, I was just surprised because I didn't think I was going to love it, but on my nails I was like, ooh, she a good and she a good and she a good. And then my last favorite mani was one of the Dallas ones with the nail art that involved, so this involved several polishes. It involved the last run from Orly, cracked gray sweatpants, and the Preservation from Pinnacle Polish. I don't know. I just thought that was cute. But sometimes I think these like white matte glitters, I think they can turn any mani cute. I just love white matte glitters. They always, I don't know. I just love them. I love them, love them, love them. Anyway, so that's all the polishes I wore for December 2024. If you had any standout manis for December 2024, let me know what your favorites that you wore for the month were, because I would love to look them up. If you've done any spectacular Christmas nail art, if you're a nail art person, I would love to see fabulous nail art. I'm trying. I want to be a fabulous nail art person, but I'm not there yet. But I'm trying. I'm not going to give up. I'm hoping the two 52-week challenges that I told you I signed up for on Instagram, I'm hoping those will, kick my nail art more into gear, and I, can help, do it more and perfect it more, because I do love a good nail art. I'm not good at it, but I love it. But anyway, if you stick around and watch this type of video for this long, at 40 something minutes, it's going to be longer than that probably by the time I add in the other stuff. But if you've stuck along this time, I really appreciate you. I'm so grateful and thankful to all my subscribers. And I thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. But if you like these type of videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do now content like this all the time. And I also do monthly giveaways of nail polish to subscribers. I hope everyone has a great day. Remember, keep polishing. Bye.